Right. I'd like to call the Calhoun Parish School Board meeting to order here on Tuesday, May 13th at 5 p.m. Would you all please rise for the prayer and pledge that will be handled by Mr. Tony O'Banion today.
Dear Lord, thank you for letting us be here today to celebrate all these young people's accomplishments. Help us to make decisions that affect our students and employees to their best benefit, and help everyone travel and get home safe. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dr. Van Meter, roll call.
Yes, sir. Ms. Ayo. Mr. Baumgartner.
Here.
Mr. Brogue. Mr. Castillo. Ms. Fontenot.
Here.
Ms. Gay.
Here.
Mr. Hardesty.
Here.
Ms. Hardy McReynolds.
Here.
Mr. Natale.
Here.
Mr. O'Banion.
Here.
Mr. Pichon.
Here.
Mr. Roberts.
Here.
Mr. Tarver. Reverend Wallace.
Here.
Dr. Washington.
Present.
You have a quorum.
All right, thank you, Dr. Van Meter. All right, item number 3, approval of minutes.
Second.
All right, it was moved by Mr. Hardesty and seconded by Dr. Washington. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Any nays? All right, ayes have it. All right, number 4, presentations, Mr. Jamie Raspberry.
Good evening. Tonight I'll be covering the quarterly report from the dates of February 1st through April 30th. The following events were covered in the parish during those dates. We did 132 varsity baseball games. We covered 21 JV baseball games. We covered 15 baseball tournaments held in our parish, 89 softball games, 5 softball tournaments, 46 varsity basketball games, 11 varsity track meets were held, 4 JV track meets, and we held, actually on May the 3rd, we held our Lake Area annual physical day for any athletes that wanted to come get a physical. We started at 8 and we were done by noon, and we saw over 500 kids. So the athletes that want to participate in that. During that time frame, our athletic trainers did a total of 72 injury assessments, and of those 72, only 12 or 16% need to seek the attention of a physician. We're continuing to fill our contract, visiting our schools 5 times a week. And as of today, I have currently filled those 2 new positions y'all have briefed me for last time I was here for our new contract started in July. So I have 2 candidates that accepted the job, and they will start working for us in July when our new contract renews with y'all. So I really appreciate y'all's support in that endeavor. Thank you. Any questions?
Does anyone have any questions? All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Administrator. All right, 4B, Ms. Valentina Peoples.
It's gonna be Miss Leslie Pelt. Miss Leslie Pelt is gonna present.
Ms. Leslie Hill.
This is Valentina Peoples. She has earned 1,328 Accelerated Reader Award points.
All right, this is student Leslie, Miss Librarian Leslie Pelton, student. Peoples. She may be there in the future, we don't know. Hey, future, Trask Elementary School. All right, 4C, recognition of students of the year, Ms. Walona Jackson, who is the elementary administrative director.
Good evening. We're going to start off recognizing our runner-ups in each division. Our elementary runner-up for Student of the Year for our district comes from Combry Fondale Elementary. It's Miss Lauren Desiree Scott. I do know she has a lot of people here for her school though, so maybe there's Miss Dale. If Miss Dale wants to come up for her. Oh, there she is. Lauren, come on up. Let's see you. Right away. Our parents want to give a wave or stand up. All right, our middle school district runner-up comes from DeQuincy Middle School, and that is Camry Clark. Stand up, family, or wave your hand, show some sign. There we are in the back. And our high school runner-up for Student of the Year comes from Morup High School, and that is Monsieur Rahik. They'll stand or wave. Congratulations to you all. Moving to our division winners. These are the students that are representing the district as winners for Student of the Year. In elementary, we have Oliver Paul Richard. Oliver's principal shared with us that he is a 5th grade student at T.S. Cooley Magnet School and was named this year's Student of the Year at the school level, district level, zone, regional, and is moving on to state representation. So hopefully we get this. Oliver is the son of Josh and Lane Richard and brother to Eleanor. Oliver enjoys music, loves to read, and hopes to pursue a career in medicine. Our Student of the Year Overall winner for middle school comes from F.J. Welsh Middle, and that is Miley Dressler. Miley is the daughter of Joey and Courtney Dressler, has the honor of being named this year's S.J. Welsh Middle School winner and Calcasieu District Student of the Year. Miley strives to do her best in everything she does, and her favorite quote is Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I broke my pattern. Parents, for Oliver, parents for Miley, wave or stand. Last but not least, at our high school division, the overall winner comes from Westlake High, and that student is Emma Vincent. Emma's principal says it is his distinct pleasure to introduce her as the district's high school student of the year. Emma exemplifies the qualities of a true leader and scholar, consistently achieving excellence both academically and within our school community. With a remarkable grade point average of 4.50, she has not only excelled in her studies, but has also made significant contributions through numerous leadership roles. These are our winners.
All right. 4D, Region 5 Social Studies and Science Fair. First and second place winners, Ms. Heather Coons will be announcing. She's the middle school science consultant, and Ms. Heather Tragle, middle school social studies consultant. Thank you.
Our Region 5 Social Studies Fair winners from Moss Bluff Elementary are Corey Jackson and Holiday Chapman, first place Economics. Katie Piper and Aubrey Menard, first place History. Justin Jones, first place Louisiana History. Jenna Riles, first place Sociology. And Audrey Chapman, first place Economics. Sorry, you can come up. Yes. S.P. Arnett Middle School, Helen Jefferson, second place Anthropology, and Lila Cavanaugh, second place Louisiana History. F.K. White, Trace Simeon, and Emmett Banks, second grade Anthropology. second place sociology. W.W. Lewis, Jason Liu, second place economics. Amelia Oliver, second place political science. Ali Francois and Kaylin Little, second place political science. Moss Bluff Middle, Michael McGovern and Bryson LaRock, second place history. And lastly, Maplewood Middle, Aurora Goche and Ella Banks, second grade sociology. Y'all make two rows for me. Okay, the Region 5 Science Fair winners. We're gonna call up elementary first and take an elementary picture, and then we'll do a middle school and high school picture. From Conbury Fondale, Jimmy Joseph, first place. Also, can I get parents, administrators of schools to stand up right now? If you are a administrator or a science fair person that has anything to do, or parents that have anything to do with science fair, please stand up at this moment. Without your support, we would not be here doing this. Moss Bluff Elementary, Ella Pearson, first place. Carson Clark, Emma Coleman, honorable mention. Leah Harris, Madison Mann, third place. Arwen Treadway, third place. Eden Price, Charlie Thornton, third place. Brantley Johnson, second place. Jeremy Fabacher, second place. Mason Jordan, Bladen Kao, honorable mention. Betsy Barrico, first place. Emily Moore, honorable mention. Emma Pryor, honorable mention. Melody Myers, first place. Amy Shaw, third place. Parker Chapman, third place. All these students are from Moss Bluff Elementary. Next, T.S. Cooley. Charles Miller, first place. Kason Love, second place. Ethan Sang, first place. Kinsey Bartlett, second place. Stratton Brown, first place. Lawson Files, first place. Gray Johnson, second place. Oliver Richard, first place. Henry Foltz, first place. Haley Yang, honorable mention. Oliver Henry, first place. Jace Foreman, second place. Mobin Rossity, first place. Kix Bobo, second place. Layla Dowd, second place. Hadley Bazaba, third place. Kane Caraway, first place. Jude Pena, second place. Lucia Gotro, first place. Oliver Peavy, second place. Evelyn Watley, first place. Akshata Gupta, second place. Mason Thibodeau, third place. To round out our elementary school, we have Western Heights next. Jordan Kavanaugh, second place. Catherine Harrison, first place. These are our elementary science fair winners.
While we take photographs, can I get Ashley Guidry up here, please? Miss Ashley, okay, good. Just come sit up here, because we're up next. Okay.
These are our future scientists. Our middle school science fair winners, we're going to start with FK White. Ian Keebles, first place. Alana Gonzalez and Evelyn Markle, first place. Cruz Watson, third place. Brad Welsh, second place. Riley Dyson, first place. Anna Termay, first place. From Moss Bluff Middle, we have Maya Senegal, third place. And Chloe Fitton, third place. Chloe. From Oak Park Middle, we have Emmanuel Mouton, second place. And Trent Richard, second place. These are our middle school winners. Alrighty, our high school winners. From Barb High School, Ethan Wang, first place. Kelly Zhang, first place. Madison Nguyen and Rosalind Mandela, first place. From LaGrange High School, Joshua Chiruguru. In Washington, Marion, Harmony Young. Again, can I get parents and admin to stand up just as a support system? We want to thank you for everything you've done. Thank you.
All right, congratulations on your hard work and accomplishments. All right. 4E, ACT 36 and National Merit Finalist Crystal Baggett, CTE Consultant.
Mr. McCarthy's gonna.
And I'm not too sure that these students are able to show, but it's such a prestigious honor that we will make the announcement and the recognition if they in fact are not here. Good evening, board. It is my privilege to stand before you to recognize academic excellence. That is what is to be considered by many the highest level, the kind that reflects not only personal dedication, but also supporting of outstanding educators, families, and school communities. We're incredibly proud to recognize two students here in Calcasieu Parish who have achieved a perfect composite score of 36 on the ACT, a remarkable accomplishment that is earned by less than 1/10 of 1% of students nationwide. From Sulphur High School, please help us congratulate Mr. Ethan Harder. And from Barb High School, let us congratulate Mr. Micah Rickert. Their achievements speak volume about their academic readiness, critical thinking, and focus, as they have set an extraordinary example for students across Calcasieu Parish and the nation. Additionally, we're also proud to share that Micah Rickert from Barb High School has also been named a National Merit Scholar finalist, placing him among the top academic achievers in the entire country. This recognition reflects sustained excellence and is the result of years of hard work, high performance, and a rigorous academic record. These two students remind us of the incredible potential that we have inside our schools here in Calcasieu Parish Public Schools. We applaud their journey and hard work and celebrate their school administrators and the educators and support staff and the entire family and community of support at Sulphur and Barb High School as they continue their journey. Micah and Ethan, Calcasieu Parish is proud of you. Thank you.
All right, 4F, recognition of beta winners on Planning Administrative Director of Middle School.
And thank you. I get the honor and privilege to actually introduce y'all to Miss Ashley Guidry. beta sponsor from SJ Welsh. So she's going to make a small presentation and honor some of our children or students that we have in our schools, which are absolutely amazing. So, Ms. Kidrick.
Good afternoon. Today I have the great privilege of recognizing 3 of our young leaders from Calcasieu Parish who have not only made a mark on their individual beta clubs, but they've made an impact on Louisiana's junior beta community. First, there's Evan Brown. Last spring, Evan ran for junior beta secretary at the state level and won. He had a wonderful year, what was nothing short of inspiring. He helped plan and lead this year's convention, and then he actually initiated this year's beta service project, and he's even traveled to different states to serve at their conventions to help out. Evan showed our school what it means to be a leader through service, and this is what it truly looks like. We'll never forget the chills that we felt when the Cajun Dome erupted with cheers in his name, because they all cheered his name, from people who he met twice. So it was pretty amazing. He also served this year as our club president. He was a devoted state officer. Evan gave everything to Beta during his 7th and 8th grade years. While we're sad to see him go, we're super proud of what he's done, and we're excited to see what his future holds. Thanks, Evan. I'm sorry, he's from SJ Welsh. I was supposed to say that. Next, we have another SJ Welsh student, Riker Duga. Riker is a young man who radiated leadership from the first time that we saw him. He was a 6th grader, and I said, that's him, we have to run that guy. So Riker recently ran a successful campaign at state for Louisiana Junior Beta President for this upcoming year. This summer, he and his VP, and I think the secretary, they're all going to be going to Orlando to campaign for their national officership. Riker, we're really proud of you for stepping out and boldly accepting our challenge. We know that you'll lead our club at SJ, but we're super excited to share you with the state. We also have Gunnar Guy from Moss Lopez. Gunnar also had a fantastic campaign this year at state, and he won his vice presidency. This is the 2nd year where we've had multiple students from Calcasieu Parish win a state title, so we're really excited for that. Gunnar is also going to be going to Orlando to try to win his vice presidency for the national stage. In the last 5 years, we've seen 4 state officers at SJ, and I forgot to count it for the others. Probably about 5 from other South Calcasieu Parish schools, so we're really proud of that. SJ has also had 2 leadership representatives and a national ambassador, and then we also had a national vice president. So we're really counting on these 3 to keep the legacy going. So thank you guys for carrying the torch and proudly continuing our beta legacy for Calcasieu Parish. We're very proud of you.
Hey, look, it just doesn't happen though, right? What y'all don't get to see, yeah, feel free to take a picture. I'm talking while you take a picture. So Miss Ashley's email signature, I don't know how she fits as many beta ribbons on her signature than what she has already, but I hope you get one more on there. And because it's leaders like you who give the opportunity to our students, so thank you. And parents of these amazing students, if y'all can stand up and just be recognized, because that doesn't.
All right, 4G, recognition recognition of Teachers of the Year, Mr. Owen Clamp.
I get the honor and the privilege to present our three levels of Teacher of the Year, and I have some descriptions based on the principals and administration. So we're going to begin with our elementary Principal of the Year, Miss Erin Harless, not Principal of the Year, I apologize, our Teacher of the Year, but Miss Erin Harless, say hey, Miss Erin. Okay, so she writes about Mrs. Tevia Turner. Where's Miss Turner? Come on up here so you can stand. So each teacher and new Teacher of the Year, you're going to come up here, and while I read the kind words said about you, they get to look at you awkwardly. Okay, so Miss Tevia Turner has been an educator for 25 years. Ms. Turner excels in curriculum development and implementation of instructional strategies. She possesses a deep understanding of education principles and pedagogy, which shows in her students' learning and understanding. Ms. Turner is dedicated to her students and always willing to go the extra mile for them. She consistently finds ways to build relationships and often takes her personal time to knit special items for her students to show them she cares. Additionally, Ms. Turner sponsors our school's National Junior Beta Club, so thank you for the work you do to produce the beta leaders that we have. Her sponsorship of Beta Club allows her the opportunity to impact not just students in her classroom, but students across our entire campus. She works diligently with her betas to make sure they build leadership and service learning skills while always giving them opportunities to share their creativity and prepare them for state convention. Ms. Turner truly embodies the qualities of an exemplary educator, passionate, collaborative, and always striving for excellence. Congratulations. All right, so we do have the plaques right there. And so while we get Ms. Turner her plaque, we're going to call up Ms. Megan Clavier from S.P. Arnett Middle School. Y'all, if you ever get a chance to go to Arnett, so I'm the middle school director, I gotta encourage you to stop by our classroom, and also just see her in the hallway, and the smile just absolutely lights it up. So that's not what her administrator wrote, but it is the truth. So Ms. Clavier, a dedicated middle school teacher in Calcasieu Parish, has been honored with Teacher of the Year for her transformative impact on STEM education. Initially stepping into the role of technology teacher with limited experience, Ms. Clavier embraced the challenge and revitalized her passion for teaching by implementing the WAS-Ed STEM curriculum across grades 6 through 8. WAS-Ed is a curriculum made by Steve Wozniak. It's really cool. Co-inventor of Apple. You correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Through hands-on project-based learning in areas like animation, robotics, drones, and coding, she has created an engaging environment that fosters student autonomy and enthusiasm for STEM subjects. Beyond her classroom, Ms. Clavier sponsors the school's robotics team and actively shares her expertise by presenting at regional conferences, including Calcasieu Parish's annual TechCon. Her presentations highlight the adaptability and effectiveness of the WAS-Ed curriculum, inspiring fellow educators to explore innovative STEM teaching methods. Ms. Clavier's commitment to providing a safe, inclusive space for students to explore and learn exemplifies her dedication to education and her student success. And she also gave me the opportunity, because of the work that you do within your classroom, to brag on her at the National Blue Ribbon Conference. And so just hats off to you. Congratulations. And our high school Teacher of the Year, we get Miss Shy Garrett. Ms. Garrett is the 2024-25 Teacher of the Year from Washington Marion Magnet School. And she serves as a career and technical education instructor in the nursing department, where she imparts not only technical skills, but also the compassion and professionalism essential in healthcare. Her classroom is a sanctuary of learning, which is, I mean, I just love that your classroom is described that way. Because as an admin, we seek out classrooms that we can just love it. So congratulations for that. Where students are equipped with the knowledge and confidence to pursue careers in nursing and allied health fields. Beyond her role as an educator, Ms. Garrett is a steadfast club sponsor, dedicating countless hours to extracurricular activities that enrich our students' lives. Her involvement extends far beyond the classroom as she fosters a sense of community and belonging among students. Her unwavering commitment to excellence, both in teaching and in guiding students outside the classroom, exemplifies the qualities we celebrate today. Ms. Garrett's impact resonates through the success and growth of her students, who are better prepared for their futures because of her influence. So let's give it up for Ms. Garrett. Congratulations. So we got Arnett admin, hey, Arnett admin, Ms. Harrison. And then Washington Marion, I know we got a lot going on this week in high schools. No? Congratulations.
You know, you may as well stay up there, you know.
Hang on, no, I can't lie to Mr. Hyde. I gotta come on this side.
All right, item that's 4H is recognition of new teachers of the year, and Mr. Owen Clanton, our middle school administrative director.
I tried to let Miss Christy Russell come up here and read the second one, that way y'all didn't have to hear my voice. I think so, come on up. I'm picking, I'm not gonna do that to you. All right, so we get the LDOE imported a new award 2 years ago, the new teacher of the year, and we, I think 2 years in a row, have had representation at the state level, which is awesome. So we're gonna begin with our elementary new teacher of the year from Kaufman Elementary. Can we get Miss Quinn? Quinn up here? And you know, Kaufman always brings a crowd. Like, love that. So tonight, Ms. Deason and team, hey, thank you for coming. So Ms. Quinn, we have some, I think the first statement right off the bat that Ms. Deason reads out, it's just, I don't know. Ms. Quinn is every employer's dream, period. She is dependable, meets all due dates, and supersedes all expectation. Lesson planning, curriculum content, and teaching come natural to her. She uses her student data to work with her students on their individual level, and her data shows tremendous growth in all students, with many surpassing their goals already at mid-year in DIVLs and on unit assessments. Congratulations for helping children read. She services students of all ethnicities and from all socioeconomic backgrounds and pushes them all to excel. Not only is Ms. Quinn exceptional at her job duties, but she also has the biggest heart. Teaching is her passion, and her love for the kids can be seen by all. She works well with all parents, faculty, and staff, and everyone at Kaufman has vocalized their support and belief in how deserving she is of this award. Congratulations. For our middle school new teacher of the year, we have Mr. Colin Hyatt from FK White Middle School. And if you don't know Mr. Cogan, he brings his own cheering squad, the one-man guy. Number one, Mr. Hyatt has been an outlier when it comes to a new teacher. When you walk into his classroom, you could swear that he has been teaching for 10 to 20 years. He has a passion for teaching and a positive energy that he brings to his classroom. He is always willing to help on campus and is a great motivator. He makes science engaging and relatable. He is very deserving of the distinctions and honor of being a finalist for New Teacher of the Year. We're lucky to have him at FK White and CPSB, and good luck at the state level, man. Yeah, congratulations. And coming from Iowa High School, Ms. Hannah Miller. Okay, Mr. Dietz, come on up. You look a lot like Miss Hannah Miller. We're gonna read about Miss Miller. Oh, can you come read what you wrote about Miss Miller?
Hannah Miller is the CPSB High School New Teacher of the Year. She teaches Math Essentials and Algebra 1 at Iowa High School. She says, "Teaching is my passion and my calling." Ms. Miller works primarily with struggling math students with the goal of getting them on grade level. One student, which I will not name, shared this about Ms. Miller. "At first, math with Ms. Miller was not that easy to understand, but as time goes by, Ms. Miller showed me different ways to learn math. She showed me new ways to do math. She makes me like math more than I have ever done in my life. She is always in a good mood and always helping me when I need. I love Ms. Miller. Her teaching philosophy is to expect greatness, and you'll see greatness. Her classroom reflects a great balance of care for her high expectations for her students." Ms. Hannah Miller.
All right, item 4I, recognition of support persons of the year, Dr. Jason Van Meter.
Yeah, so I get to do Support Persons of the Year, and I'm very, very proud to do that. This is, again, something that's relatively new at the LDOE level, and we're very happy to participate. And just like some of the other levels, we've even got a state finalist in these new categories as well with Support Person of the Year. So at the elementary level, we have Miss Judith Haney from R.W. Vincent. She's a custodian, and I know her school is very happy to have her. We have a plaque for Support Person of the Year elementary for her. So we'll have her come up, Miss Haney. From Moss Bluff Middle School, we have custodian Mr. Carl Kleinfelter.
If y'all only knew Mr. Carl, I'm telling you, words cannot praise Mr. Carl enough for the job he does every day. Well, we had a car that we had to put out. We had an eel that he had to get just last week. And you're amazing. I'm telling you.
Our high school finalist, and Miss Eva actually made it as a state finalist, is Miss Eva Davis from Iowa High School.
What is her name, so we can announce it? And what's the award?
Holiday Chapman. This is Holiday Chapman, and she is a Region 5 Social Studies therapist.
You can stay if you so choose to for the remainder of the board meeting, but if you were here to support your loved one for an award or recognition, and you would like to leave at this time, that's perfectly fine, but you are very much so welcome to stay for the duration of the meeting. All right. Item number 5, superintendent's report.
Yes, sir. You've all received your Head Start report, program governance. There was no policy council meeting held on April 28th. Head Start and pre-K 4 students and parents participated in a monthly parent meeting and STEM activity. Parents learned about early childhood coordinated enrollment event, and we had multiple special guests provide information to parents about next year's, including registration, curriculum, what to expect, and special guests included J.R. Watson Secretary Miss Patty Tilbury and kindergarten teacher Miss Lee. Students and parents were engaged in a butterfly color mixing STEM activity where they utilized markers, water, and coffee filters to display color mixing and created butterflies to hang. The Calhoun Parish Early Childhood Department hosted their annual coordinated enrollment event on Saturday, May 3rd. Over 700 families were served during this event. You've each received your school population report for April, reflecting the numbers from April 1 to April 30th, 2025. And I would like to report our April 2025 sales tax numbers for our general fund, which show collections of $1,332,391, or 8.3% above budget for the 10th month of the 2024-2025 fiscal year. Collections are $837,610, or 5.1% above collections for the same month last year. And after 10 months, collections are $6,009,663, or 3.9% above budget, and $777,952, or 0.5% below the same period last year. Your latest hurricane summary report is included in your packet. We did have Teacher Appreciation Week this month, and we'd just like to officially say thank you to all the teachers in the Calhoun Parish School Board system. Teachers do make the biggest impact on the student success, and we really appreciate all that they do every day for our students. Calhoun Parish hosted the Bessie Bridging Successes Tour. This was a visit organized by Bessie and hosted by College Street Vocational Center. We had representatives from Bessie, LDOE, community members attend, and we're able to highlight the good work that our CT department does, providing opportunities for students in Calhoun Parish. As we approach the end of the year and start preparing for next year, various departments held signings within our high schools. In addition to any athletic signings we may have had, we also had our Life Academy signing days and our CTE signing days in our schools this month. Staff attended the Calhoun Parish Sheriff's Office Hurricane Preparation Meeting along with other agencies from around the parish. We were able to share our plans with CPSO as well as learn timelines for both CPSO and other agencies in the event of a hurricane. This is actually the first time this meeting is held, but I'm told it will be an annual event. We're continuing to work on updates on the teacher salary schedule for the 25-26 school year in order to reduce the number of steps. That's our project. We thought we may be able to have it ready for you for June. It may be the July meeting. We'll keep you updated. The HVAC RFP closes on May the 20th, and we will have a recommendation for you at our June meeting. Due to the recent rain event, we have gone through our bank days already with instructional minutes. It is my intention to turn in a waiver to Bessie for this year's instructional minutes. I've already contacted Bessie, contacted the LDOE with our intent, but I haven't turned in any waiver in yet. I was going to wait until after this meeting too. I did want to remind you as well that the Louisiana Board of Ethics requires you to submit your annual financial report by May 15th. If you have any, or if you should have each received a fillable form by email, but we do have hard copies available if you prefer. And if you let us know, we can upload it for you, and then we'll keep the transmission report in your file here forever. So there's always a superintendent.
All right, thank you, Dr. Van Meter. Are there any questions, comments? All right, item number 6, executive session. We have none. Number 7, take appropriate action. None. committee reports. A&P committee, which was on April 28th. That'll be handled by Mr. Dean Roberts.
Thank you. The Calcasieu Parish School Board Administration and Personnel Committee met Monday, April 28th, 2025, in the boardroom at 3310 Broad Street in Lake Charles, Louisiana. A quorum was present. Dean Roberts called the meeting to order at 5 p.m. The prayer and pledge of allegiance was led by Reverend Desmond Wallace. Present were Reverend Desmond Wallace, Dean Roberts, Dr. Betty Washington, Tony O'Banion, Karen Hardy McReynolds, Russell Castillo, and Phyllis A.O. Mr. Barentine made a request to add the position of Assistant Director of Transportation and Field Supervisor. He also made a request to change the Transportation Fleet Supervisor to Transportation Personnel Supervisor. On a motion by Mr. Castillo and second by Karen Hardy McReynolds, it was recommended not to approve the adding of an Assistant Director of Transportation. On behalf of the committee, I move to not approve this adding of this position.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it.
On a motion by Russell Castillo and seconded by Tony O'Banion, it was recommended to approve the adding of a field supervisor position. On behalf of the committee, I move to add this position.
Questions? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it.
On a motion by Mr. Russell Castillo and seconded by Mr. Tony O'Banion, it was recommended to change the name from Transportation Field Supervisor to Transportation Personnel Supervisor. On behalf of the committee, I move to approve to change the name of this position.
All right, coming from committee, it needs no second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it.
Next, Mr. Barentine presented revisions to the Calcasieu Parish School Board policies. Public conduct on school property and visitors to the school. There were minor revisions to the language of these policies. On the motion by Russell Castillo and seconded by Tony O'Banion, it was recommended to approve both policies, KGA and KM. And on behalf of the committee, I move to approve these policies.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it.
Next, Mr. Barentine asks for consideration of a motion to take from the table a previous agenda item regarding changing the name of the position of Director of Career and Technical Education to Administrative Director of Career and Technical Education. Mr. O'Banion offered the motion, seconded by Dr. Washington, and the motion carried. Next, Mr. O'Banion, with a second by Dr. Washington, offered a motion to change the name of the position of Director of Career and Technical Education to Administrative Director of Career and Technical Education. The motion carried. On behalf of the committee, I move to change the title of Director of Career and Technical Education to Administrative Director of Career and Technical Education.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it.
The last item Mr. Barentine presented was updated job descriptions. On a motion by Tony O'Banion and seconded by Mrs. Ayo, the board accepted the job description change unanimously. On behalf of the committee, I move to accept these job descriptions.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it.
There being no further business to discuss, on a motion by Reverend Wallace, and seconded by Tony O'Banion, the committee adjourned the meeting at 5:55 p.m.
Thank you very much. All right, item number 9, 8 through H. I would entertain a motion to consider items 8 through H, but we will take vote on each item separately and discuss and take vote separately. It was moved by Mr. Hardesty and seconded by Mr. Littell. Thank you. 8, approval of amended and restated Simon MOU with CPSB at former DS Perkins working, subject to council approval.
Yes, sir. So A and B are actually renewals of our MOU with Simon Youth. You may have heard us refer to this as the mall, or the mall site. As a former high school administrator, this is a terrific opportunity for our kids that don't have another option in order to sometimes have an opportunity to finish school. So we do have to renew these every so often with Simon Youth, and it's that time of that time. So we're coming to you to renew both Simon Youth East and Simon Youth West. So at the mall and then at the old DS Perkins site.
Thank you. All right. Ms. Gay?
I understand what you're saying, and I've always heard it referred to as the school in the mall.
Yes, ma'am.
Never seen it,
Yep.
but I know that it's the school in the mall. Generally, what kind of, how high or how low has the enrollment been in that school?
It's gonna vary. We really don't want the enrollment there to have several hundred kids. That's not what our goal is.
Small room, but.
But we don't have a whole lot of room, but what happens there is kids are able to work independently a lot of times at home, and then they're able to come in and get help from teachers, because we have teachers there, at both the mall on the east side, which is at the actual mall, and then on the west side of DS Perkins. So, you know, we have basically with these sites a way for a kid who isn't gonna finish any other way and needs additional flexibility to be able to finish high school.
Okay.
So these are kids, generally, when they go to the mall, they're very, very close. So they'll come in and they'll finish and then they'll be done.
Is this kind of like where the SAMS students, remember the SAMS program we had in the past?
It can be students who are in the SAMS program, can go to the mall, but this is, basically students who are very close to finishing, but need some either additional flexibility or some additional time sometimes, because, you know, they can, they're not kind of bound to what we are in a regular conventional high school setting. This is something that is very, very positive for our students, Ms. Gay.
And this differs how from the alternative setting on the east and the west?
It's drastically different because it's not the same. Kids go here voluntarily.
Oh,
This is, yes, ma'am, this is voluntary because the kid needs to be able to finish, we need some flexibility.
That's important, I understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
It's their choice too.
100%.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions? All in favor of 9A, say aye. Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it. 9B, approval of second amended and restated Simon Youth MOU with CPSB at the Preon Lake Mall, on wording subject to council approval.
Same exact
Oh, yeah,
thing.
bro.
Well, same exact thing, but this is on the east side.
On the east side, okay. All right, any questions on B? All right, all in favor, say aye. Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it. All right, 9C, approval of right-of-way with the city of Lake Charles on Appaloosa Street.
Yeah, this is just a right of way with the city of Lake Charles, so for by right.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it. 9D, approval of purchase of temporary classrooms for Conbury Findale, Fairview Elementary, and Moss Bluff Elementary Schools, Riverboat funds to be utilized.
Yeah, so we have 3 schools that are in need of classrooms now for next year. And so in order to be able to help service those students, and you can see that we've put data for you in terms of what that growth has been over the past couple of years. It's going to be at Fairview, at Combray, Fondale, at Moss Bluff Elementary. Historically, we paid for these out of Riverboat. And so we're coming to you today to ask to do that so we can have them ready to go for next year.
All right, any questions? All in favor, say aye. All right, any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it. 9E, approval of RFP for safety services for all CPSB schools and facilities.
So we did close out the RFP process for our security, and the person or the company who came out as the winner of that RFP is Allied, who has currently been servicing us since January. I was asked by a board member for some additional information on it, so I did put you know, the overall scores for you at your place. But Allied has been with us since January. They've done a very good job actually maintaining a lot of the same officers that we had before, and looking at their bid, the amount that we're gonna have to pay is the same as the old contract, so. Any questions?
Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it. 9F, approval of ITEP for Lock Chemical LLC. And before we discuss, we do have a blue card, Ms. Renee Rule. And when coming to the podium, please state your address as well as your organization that you represent.
Renee Rule.
You have 5 minutes.
Renee Rule, 609 Josh Street at Lake Charles, Louisiana, 70611. And I'm representing Calcasieu Association of Educators. I am going to keep it brief, one, because this is not an easy issue, easy answers. Also, I've heard this baseball game's might easy to get to. Currently, Calcasieu, and I'll tell you, I get this information from an app called FastLane. It's available to anyone. You could type in any parameter, and it'll give you a list of ITEPs throughout the state. Currently, Calcasieu Parish has over 300 ITEPs in place. And not all ITEPs are bad. A lot of them are beneficial. There are also some, though, that the benefit does not outweigh the cost. We also know, not in just Calcasieu, not just in the state of Louisiana, but nationwide, we are facing a teacher shortage and educator shortage of no bounds, and it does not seem to be stopping. This has been going on for years. It is hard to get educators into the field. One of the reasons why is because of pay. Cost of living raises is common. We all agree that cost of living raises never rise with inflation, but all other professions do receive some level of cost of living raise. Even if you are someone who works at Target, you are a safety supervisor for a large plant. Most professions, if not all, has received cost of living raises, except for educators. And not just in Calcasieu Parish, not just in Louisiana, nationwide, most educators have not seen a cost of living raise for years, if not decades, or over a decade. So saying that, we have to look at our money. So when we approve ITEPs that are not beneficial to us, it limits our budget to what we can do now. We know that's true because we have for several years now not been able to absorb the cost of rising insurance premiums to employees, while also not being able to afford raises. Recently, and I get the intent of this move, recently a proposal was brought to you to reallocate funds being paid to educators through their supplemental pay to be spread out over the year, which was not a raise, it was a reallocation of funds, but the intent is understandable. One, we need to attract educators. If it appears that you're making more money monthly, that may help. We need to not only attract new educators, we need to keep the educators we have. We also need to look at people like our support staff. The money that they're living on is just not a livable wage. So right now, I can get the intent of reallocating funds to monthly paychecks so that they're getting a little bit more money in their monthly pay. And it helps stretch that dollar. But again, these are not raises, and I do understand that you're always faced with budget issues.
2 minutes remaining.
Budget concerns, but definitely in education, money is a problem. I will say that with 300 ITEPs in place, we have to consider, and when I say this, I'm going to speak to all stakeholders, not just the school board members, not just educators, not just district level men, even the companies that are putting in for ITEPs. We have to consider the cost of what ITEPs cost us. When we cannot pay educators, when we cannot fund education, we are not just hurting educators. We're not just hurting local and educational agencies. We are hurting children. We are hurting students. These are not just students of the educators and of the local education agency. For the companies applying for the ITEPs, these are their families, children. These are their future employees. So as we face teacher shortages in America, in Louisiana, and in Calcasieu Parish, with one of the reasons being pay, we really need to consider how we look at ITEPs and what we approve and don't approve, and are we being fiscally responsible with our ITEPs. Now, I will say this, I do understand that whether you say no,
this ITEP could go well, be approved somewhere else. And so you may not have as much choice in this matter as we want to believe. But maybe sometimes saying no will give the message to be sent that we need to be fiscally responsible with our tax. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, do we have anyone here representing Lock Chemical LLC? Okay, please come to the mic and state your name. And I know we know the organization that you represent, but you can restate it just for record.
Yes, sir. My name is Robert Wiggy. I work with Summit Credits. We represent Lotte Chemical and represent this application. So I am here, basically this application represents the final phase of a wastewater treatment process that was put in at the plant. It represents tanks, pumps, valves that were used to complete that project. This is all new direct investment into the facility. And when these plants or facilities make this investment decision, this is oftentimes taken into consideration the impact these additions have on their tax base. And I just want to point out that these additions do bring new revenue to the parish in the way of sales tax. And these abatements do not exempt 100% of the value of these additions. So I'm here to answer any questions you have on the application or the process, but I appreciate your consideration tonight.
Does anyone have any questions? I think Mr. Roberts, or just a comment? Okay, go ahead, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you. In general, I've always been in support of ITEP just because if you look at the big picture of industry and how it impacts Southwest Louisiana. I mean, whether you like it or not, we are an industrial site. I mean, we thrive off the industry. And I can assure you there are plenty of districts in this state that would love to have the ITEP applications that roll through this building. And so actually they're pretty envious of us. The fact that some of these big projects come along, and I'm not speaking on behalf of Lotte by no means, but in general, ITEP in general, the downstream revenue that we receive from the sales tax collections, from the equipment, from the jobs and the purchases that those employees, temporary or not, permanent or not, bring when they're staying in our hotels and going out to eat. The ITEPs have changed this district and will continue to change this district and give us opportunity unlike we've ever seen. We just a few months ago passed it wasn't an ITEP, we call it ITEP, capital improvement, it's a capital improvement fund to build facilities on their money and not our residents' money. On sales tax revenues generated from these big industrial projects. And we're going to come and finish that here before too long, the funding mechanism of it as forward. And you will see the great opportunity we have in front of us. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to support this ITEP just like I will support pretty much all of them, just because of the benefits that the industry brings to us. And especially in sales tax revenue and especially with the dedicated sales tax collections that we have for salaries, which we have done real well with, and that has been a benefit to all of our staff, teachers, support staff. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. All right, Ms. O'Bannon.
I have a question. You said it's in wastewater. Are you producing anything, or it's just part of the wastewater process?
It is just part of the wastewater treatment.
I mean, do you have to do it, or is it environmental regulations?
It is not a part of the environmental regulations. It's just part of the process, the manufacturing process, and how they treat the water.
Are there any other questions? All right, Mr. Bishon?
This might be more for Mr. Beaufort than anything, but, with Governor Landry's new policy, how the eye test handled, is this coming through because of the old stuff, or this is new?
I think Mr. Board knows, I don't know whether it's this. Yes, it's the expansion of the existing.
You can come to the mic, one of the mics. and talk about it. Thank you.
It's an expansion of an existing plan. It's governed by the 2018 rules.
Okay.
And at that time, the individual boards were making the decision. Yes, there are some new rules that now is a representative from each board on a committee to make that decision, but this is under the old rules.
Any other questions? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
Nay.
Nay.
All right. Motion carries. The ayes have it. Next, 9G, approval of CAE with City of Salford and Region 5 STEM Center, CPSB wording, subject to council approval.
Yeah, so this is basically a cooperative endeavor agreement with the City of Sulphur and the Region 5 STEM Center. So the City of Sulphur would like to donate $10,000 to go towards summer camps at the Region 5 STEM Center. Over the past several years, our kids haven't paid anything to go to summer camps because we pay for everything through ESSER money. Well, ESSER is not here, and we wanted to keep having summer camps at Region 5 STEM Center for free. And so this money would help to make sure that every kid who goes to the Region 5 STEM Center camps over the summer does so at no cost.
All right, Mr. Bishon?
So is this for all students or just Sulphur that's doing it?
No, this Sulphur's donating the money, but we have kids that are coming from all over. Yeah.
Any other questions? All right. All in favor of 9G, say aye. Aye. Any nays? Motion carries. Ayes have it. 9H, approval of CAE with CPPJ for the summer feeding program, wording subject to change based upon council approval.
Yeah, so this is our summer feeding that we partner with the police jury every summer to make sure that our kids get fed even when we don't have school. It's a great program and appreciate your support.
Any questions? All right. Ms. McReynolds?
So can I get some clarification on this? I'm told that a lot of the sites, the feeding sites are not going to be in existence this summer, only coming from Moss Bluff. Is that true on this?
No, we've got Moss Bluff and what was the other? I want to say, I'm pretty sure it's not here. But I want to say we were going to be at the Grange. We were going to be at, I know they had to reduce the number of sites, but it'll still be, it won't just be at.
They're taking the outskirts, we're taking care of all the city.
Okay.
Inside.
So
So
are
pretty
they
much
going to be?
everything that we had last year, we're gonna be covering, it's just, we put it in some different places.
Okay, is that going to be satellite in or just actually the feeding sites like we've had before?
Some of them will be satellite and some of them will be feeding sites. Like
Okay, that was a big concern of my constituents. Washington Mary was a feeding site. We were told that it wasn't going to be a feeding site, there would be satellite into the Washington Mary area.
I can't speak to whether or not Washington Marion is a satellite site, but even if it's a satellite site, we would still feed kids there. We just wouldn't
That's what I
necessarily
mean. I just want to make sure that they.
Yeah, even if it's a satellite site, we would still be able to feed kids there. We just wouldn't be able to, like, they wouldn't cook there.
That's fine. I just wanted to make some clarification.
And it's, yes, ma'am, and to be honest with you, it's, they'll kind of, it's a little bit different sometimes every year in terms of where they cook and where they sell.
I just want to make sure, my area was covered because they used to have some feeding site there. So, the community is asking, because there's so many rumors about like if it was going to be satellite or they wasn't going to be fed. And I guarantee everybody will be fed some type of.
Yeah, we're just trying to pick up the slack.
Okay.
Because.
Yeah, I know they had a big, huge budget cut, so.
Yeah, the city had cut, so anything that was done last year, we're picking up the slack.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yes, I have a question. I don't have a problem with the summer feeding program, and I can understand what Mrs. McReynolds is asking. But I don't understand why we're voting to approve this when it says at the end, subject council approval. So, Mr. Belfort, do you have, any information other than this general statement based on the questions that Mr. McReynolds?
I have approved the same agreement for a number of years with minor changes. I don't foresee it being any different this year. I don't have any choice as to the sites. That's a staff choice. But as far as the wording of the agreements, it's been standardized for a number of years.
Okay, I can understand that part of it, but we just asked, and what was in it the last time? Because something could change, right? And I'm just going on the fact that it says, because it's confusing to me, where, I don't care where it's satellite from, which indicates to me that it's gonna be where the food is prepared. Am I correct?
Well, generally, when we say a satellite site, that means they don't cook there, that the food is cooked someplace else and brought in. Even in our schools on a daily basis.
Years ago, it was when they had a LaGrange Middle, they used to bring it to College Oaks where I was working, so I know that it's gone on for a long time.
Okay.
But we know that they're gonna be cooking at LaGrange, is that what we have found out when you said LaGrange?
Yes, ma'am, I can't speak to exactly where they're cooking and where they're satelliting. I can find out that information for you, Doug, and we'll get it to you.
Okay, well, let me give you the end of my question. Will the food be delivered to North Lake Charles, where most of the elementary students, I just want to know that they're gonna get some food, I don't care where they cook it at.
I want to say they're cooking at Conway, and it's not even satellite.
Okay, that's fine with me.
That was a big part of our discussion when we talked about this contract.
Okay, that's good.
I do have a quick question on that. So with the satellite and with the actual feeding site, because it is a satellite, and this is a question, will that limit the amount of meals that will actually be available? Because when you have a feeding site, you actually have access to make more and prepare more. Will it be like, well, we have the number 50, and let's say you get there, you have 55 students. We'll make sure that all students will adequately be.
They do, yes, sir. They do a very good job of getting their numbers ahead of time, but then also have a little bit more just in case.
Okay, so every student.
Yeah, they take care of it. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it. All right, we are on 10, item number 10, permission to advertise, none, bid reports, none, 12, bid reports, none, and 13, correspondence. All right, A, change order, number 2 for the project Maplewood, all right? Maplewood Middle, finished reading elementary schools, new 2-story classroom building, District 23 bond funds, Ellender Architects and Associates, LLC designer Pat Williams, construction LLC contractors increase of 33 days. It was moved by Mr. Hardesty and seconded by, all right, Ms. McReynolds. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. All right, B, change order. All right, moved by Ms. McReynolds and seconded by Mr. Hardesty. Change order number 1 for project modifications to existing library at Washington Marion High School, District 31 bond funds, Ellender Architects and Associates, LLC, designer Gunner Construction Company, Incorporated, contractor increase of $1,740. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it. C, all right, it was moved by Ms. McReynolds and seconded by Ms. Fontenot. All right, change order 2 for the project, new gymnasium and site improvements at Washington Marion Magnet High School, District 31 bond funds, Ellender Architects and Associates, LLC, designer, PERC Development, LLC, contract increase of $80,957.87. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Yes, there is a question. Go ahead, Ms. Gay.
Okay, I understand the improvements at the gym, and Mrs. Hardy McReynolds support this. However, I am receiving, because I'm a part of Bonding District 31, I'm getting questions. But if she's comfortable with this completing gym and debris and all of that stuff involved in District 31, then I'm going to support it. So do you think this is going to get the job done on that campus? Because that's the only campus that we're dealing with right now.
Right, would you like to?
Yeah, I can take it. So, one of the things that this does is this kind of does some work that we're gonna have to do in a later phase anyway. It moves some ventilation that they're having to move. If they do it now with this change order, rather than waiting and doing it later, then they don't have to get up on the roof and possibly mess up the roof. So what this does is basically, we're paying the $80,000 now. We would have had to pay it later anyway, but doing it now allows us to basically speed up the construction and then make sure we don't have any problems later on.
Okay, because I was a little amazed at $1,700. Could have done anything to help that library over there, other than to gut it. But if you think that will work and this is fine with you at your campus, and I will support it.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions? All right, all in favor, say aye. Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it. Number 14, condolences and recognitions. We will start on my left with Ms. Gay.
I don't have any.
All right, Mr. O'Banion.
I have one, Ms. Neva Martin, longtime bus driver, been deceased.
All right, Mr. Bumgarner. All right, Mr. Fondo. Mr. Hardesty. All right, Mr. Dally. All right, Mrs. McReynolds.
We have an employee, Dana Simeon, behavior specialist, her granddaughter Layla Bishop, passed away.
All right, Dr. Excuse me. Mr. Roberts. All right, Dr. Washington.
I'd also like to be included with Layla Carter, but I'd also like to request that a letter of condolence be sent to St. John Elementary since she was a student there. Also, I have one other one. I'd like a letter of condolence sent to Ms. Trinette Clement on the death of her father, Pastor Clifton Earl David. Ms. Clement is the assistant principal at T.H. Watkins.
Mr. Deshawn? Nothing. All right, and I do have one as well, but it's for the same, it's, name of Simeon, but I do have that, or add me to it. Thank you very much, Ms. for allowing. All right.
Ms. Becky, do you mind adding me to Dr. Washington's for Ms. Clements? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Number 15, scheduled committee meetings. Number 1, we have a budget committee meeting in 2 weeks on Tuesday, May 27th at 5 p.m. That's in 2 weeks. We also have a C&I committee meeting Tuesday, August 26th, and budget committee again Tuesday, September 23rd. All right, questions? All right, item number 16, adjournment. All right, moved by Mr. Hardesty, seconded by Mr. O'Banion. All in favor? Aye. Any nays? Motion carries, ayes have it.